Having all this said, yeah, how can we make it easy?
Mm.
What can we do to make these friendships easy? Like, how can we
Yeah.
make them
I think what valuable friendships are quality over quantity. Yes, because I used to find a very huge problem with having few friends.
It happens. No, legit.
What?
Guys stay friends.
Gotta buy
Malone will
dogs.
have a girlfriend.
There is
He
no
breaks up with
what
the
is
girlfriend. His boy takes the girl. For
And they
real.
remain friends.
We can be your friends.
Wama, we say fix what is broken.
Fix what is broken.
Welcome to the 6th episode of What's on Your Mind. My name is Joy.
My name is Evelyn.
I'm Sonia.
Good to see you again, guys.
Yeah, good to see you.
Here we
Good
are.
To see you. Here we are. How have you been?
Alive. This week, this past week, guys. Hey, it's the same. I need some activity in my life. It's been the same thing. You wake up, you eat, you work, you sleep. That's how I have been.
We'll take you running.
Nayenga, I am kawa.
We'll take you
Don't
running.
take me running, guys. Do you guys know anything to do with like geology, archaeology, my things, my history things?
Dinosaurs.
Yes, involve me. I like
Okay.
those things. Yeah. But that's I'm
Sonia,
kawa.
how has been your week?
Just like events, work home, talking to you guys, you know, and seeing what's on your mind through the week. It's
Yeah.
been great. Yeah. How have you guys been? Have you been Kawa? Are you tuned in and watching?
Are you still feeling alone?
No, they're not. Not anymore. We are with you guys. So please come with us.
Yes.
So-
Joy, how have you been?
I didn't think anyone would ask, but all right.
Hey, yeah.
All right, I am fine. I am okay. My week has been good. It's been okay.
How did you
Same
change
old.
the world this week?
Did I?
Eh?
I was unable to change the world.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, how are your friends?
You guys are Kawa. You've just told me
Okay.
you're Kawa.
Good.
My other friends are also great. Everyone has something going on.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
overall, everyone is okay. They're fine.
Okay.
Mine are okay.
Okay. Do you
As
guys have
well.
friends?
Hey,
guys have friends?
Bambi.
I'm imagining
Yes, you
they
should
do.
have friends. Anyway, speaking of friends, this week's episode is about adulthood friendships.
Yeah.
I do not know if it is something
drum
we
roll.
talk about all the time, but adulthood
do.
friendships is a very, very, very important topic to talk about. So this week, come with us as we discuss your friendships.
Come with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As I
So what are adulthood friendships, first of all?
it's friendships, but you're like big people. You've grown up.
You've grown up.
Yeah, the friends you make later in life, apart from, the friends
Yeah.
you had in school and all those things. So normally these
No.
friends, Yeah.
I think it can still be the same people, just in a different setting, don't you think?
yeah, true,
Not
but,
just
but
the
like,
ones you make as an adult.
but not the setting of school. Not the
Yeah,
friends
no.
you just had in the setting
Here,
of school.
it's the setting of suffering. But you continue.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, somehow.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so why are we talking about adulthood friendships today? Because they're very, very, I don't know, are they more difficult? Do you think they're difficult? We're going to get into discussing why they're hard to maintain, what they should look like, what we can do to be better as friends, as adult friends,
Yes.
what unhealthy adulthood friendships look like. And
We
also-
have a whole reference book. Continue.
Yeah. So, and also when to let go. Like, you should know when to let go of those friendships
Yes.
when they don't
Yeah.
serve you anymore. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think let's get into what should these friendships look like. What should the adulthood friendship, like an ideal adulthood friendship, what should it look like?
But you first tell us, what is a friendship, though?
A friendship is having you guys.
Because you're here
I
accusing
think-
everyone of having friends, but do they?
No, but I think friends are people that align with you, first of all, that mean good for you,
Yeah.
that are there with you in everything, like the good, the bad, that have become family, but not family. Like, you're not related to these people, but they're lovely people,
They keep
and
choosing you.
they keep choosing you. Yes, it's actually about choosing. They have chosen to do life with you, you have chosen them, and you choose each other every day.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
Make
these
it
are
a point to
strangers.
make friends, guys.
You know how they
Yeah.
say that introverts make friends by being chosen by extroverts.
Yeah.
An extrovert finds you and says, "I'm keeping you."
I've chosen you.
You-
I've
you
adopted
come.
you.
Yeah.
I've
So
adopted
I would
you.
like to thank
Yeah.
you guys for picking me.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But yeah.
So we were saying, what do these friendships look like?
What
should
should
they look like? Yes. What should they look like? So I think more than anything, they should be intentional.
Yes.
Yeah. So intentionality is very key. They should be more intentional than automatic.
Okay.
You know, I am not going to think that automatically I am friends with you guys and therefore, you know, it is that. I need to be intentional. I need to go an extra mile. I need to check up on you guys. I need to know how you're doing, how your families are doing, how your parents are doing. I think most times I ask about your parents
You do.
and siblings. So I think that's the intention. You need to go extra. Know, how can I help Sonia? She's not been feeling well. She's been sick. How can I help? How can I,
Yes.
you know, come in? So I think a friendship generally and an adulthood friendship generally should be more intentional than being automatic. So check up on your friends, guys. Be the good friends. So,
But yeah, I think also being intentional is like a buzzword we have
Yeah.
for friends. You know, every time how you're like, as a good friend, you should be intentional. You should show up. We have catchwords there. We have a whole list.
Yeah.
And what does that actually look like?
Yeah.
So you've already told us what, you know,
It
being
entails.
intentional, for example, can look like, what it can entail. But also, you need to know that being intentional will come from having an end goal.
Yeah, that's
So I
true.
can sit and decide, Sonia, it is you and I up to the
Up to
end.
the end.
Eh? Joy,
Yeah.
you're
We're
not
doing
leaving the venue.
Yeah.
So with that in mind,
Yeah.
it means that you start to work towards
Yes.
it. Yeah. So that's what intentionality means. It means if you are in Sonia's shoes, for example, how would you want your friends to show up for you? How would you want them to make you feel loved and seen and things like that? But yes, so on top of being intentional, I think these friendships, the adult friendships we have where our frontal lobes have developed and all of those that therapy speak that we love so much, is, you know, it looks like shared values. You know,
Yeah.
building a community
Yes.
around with people that share maybe your belief systems or, you know,
100%.
whatever it might be, your values as well. So what does that mean? You know, I told you of some friends that we just outgrew each other because we were going to collide at a point.
True. That's
Because
true.
our perspectives on life are far too different. We
Yes.
simply cannot reconcile how we look at life. It is from very different lenses, so we cannot get along even on basic things. Yeah. So shared values mean if I am the kind of person that, you know, for me, I have been taught friendship as I will not hesitate to wake up, follow you to your home, to go to Ntungamo with you, sit down, eat a shabwe, lactose intolerant. Naenga, we shall come to that. Eat a shabwe with your family and just hang out and comfortably. I am comfortable to have conversations
Yes.
because we are aligned.
Yes,
I'm not
yes.
too scared to give opinions about
Anything.
you know,
Exactly,
life,
yeah.
lifestyle choices, people, you know, the things that people have decided to do with their lives.
Yes.
Because we have things in common like that, you know, we agree on a lot of things we do, how we approach life, how we interpret life. It's also very important. Because, dear
I
Joy,
agree.
if, for example, I am those people of, wabla me, I can never respect a person who gets this much money and they give it to who? To like a washing lady. And it's like that kind of person of, they will look down on you for doing that.
yeah.
Now, this is not a conversation about maybe economic abilities and what. It's more about, if my general perspective on life is, I will take the easy way out. And me, I will, if I can make it easier, I will. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So that means that as a person with that outlook on life, I don't believe in suffering as a badge of honor, or I have to prove that I'm so strong and then I die with my laundry if I have the means to outsource it, to outsource the labor. So it means that I can't get along with someone whose perspective on life is prove yourself, prove your worth. Go through the hard times, be a man, be a woman, be strong, we will collide.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I can feel the resentment they will develop.
Yes.
As if, you babe, for you every time. For you, just like the easy way out. Can't you ever wash your clothes? Can't you ever clean the house by yourself? Can't you ever? And those are just basic things. We've not yet come to the part where, if it's at work, I'll not hesitate to reach out to collaborate with people.
Yeah.
I'll not die with my own mistakes and my own processes at work while I can rely on other teammates.
Yeah.
So it's if that is your perspective on life, and that's just an example I'm trying to give, it will be hard to be good friends with someone of the exact opposite perspective.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So that's what these friendships can look like. I think, and it gets easier because you need to align with people that are already, you know how they say, me, I can never build someone. You need to be built. Now you have your roof on you.
Yeah.
I think from that perspective is, I am going to be friends with people who are already along that path.
Who share your same values?
Yeah,
you say.
you know, the share philosophies
Yeah.
and the perspective on life, because it will be hard for me to merge my life with someone who, so that's what it can also look like.
Sonia, tell us what you think it should look like.
I think friendships require a lot of effort.
Sure.
So it looks like
flexibility,
hard
and
work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not hard work per se.
Yeah.
But just from the meaning of love, because essentially you love your friends,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Essentially you love your friends. The same way you love your parents, the same way you love your siblings.
Yeah.
Love is just love in general. So if you love someone, you're not going to say, Evelyn has a birthday coming up, and I'm going to lay back and sit back, and yet I have the capability to show Evelyn I love her on her birthday.
Yeah.
Because it's not just every day.
Yeah.
Just a one day.
Yeah, it's
And
just
yeah,
one
yeah.
day, but it's her day. It requires effort. It requires to know that if I call this person my friend, I am going to love you in
Yeah.
every way possible.
Yeah.
You will know that I love you through my actions.
Yeah.
Yes. If you're not okay, and I notice I have not talked to Evelyn in 2 weeks. What is wrong with you?
Yeah, what's
why?
that?
Yeah, even
Yeah.
if you don't reach out, but it requires you to reach out to that friend.
Yeah.
It's not all about. There are some friendships I had where if you don't reach out first,
It
they,
dies.
No, they had this perspective of if I'm always the one reaching out, why can't Sonia reach out? But if I'm your friend, why don't you
Reach
reach out?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
why is it one-sided? Why are you making it look like?
Although now at that point, Bambi, until when can you be the only one that is doing the
No,
reaching out?
that's another point that
Okay.
I'm coming in
Yeah.
with.
Yeah.
By the time I know Evelyn is my friend,
Yeah.
I know Evelyn is like this, like this, like this. Yes,
Mhm.
I will know Evelyn. Evelyn can die in her movie.
Yeah.
Because probably of the way Okwakuzire,
Mm.
some people are brought up to
Receive love.
not even
No,
not
to
even
be
receive love,
self-reliant.
to be
Oh,
self-reliant.
Yeah.
Yes, I know. I know a very close friend
Am
of
I
ours who's
alone?
like that.
Are you alone? You're not alone.
But yes,
Please rely on us.
friends that are self-reliant,
Yeah.
they find it so difficult to go to Evelyn and say, Evelyn,
Yeah.
I have this issue.
Problem.
They will come later when things are kawa.
Yeah.
And then that's when they'll say, this was going on.
Yeah.
And you're like, but why didn't you
Reach
tell
out.
me?
Yeah.
But you, who knows your friend and how they are, you could
Mm.
have said, hey, I've taken long without talking to Evelyn. Let me
Is she
hit her
okay?
up. Let me check on
Yeah.
her. And you know, by knowing your friends, you can know the tone in their voice. You can know, she's not as energetic. She's not like this.
Yeah.
Joy is not laughing. We know Joy can laugh.
Bambi
now.
Joy laps.
Joy is a happy person.
Yeah.
So you can know.
She's joyful.
She's
Joyous.
like her
Guys.
name.
Okay.
So they require effort in
Yeah.
every way possible. The same way, and I hate that people would rather, if I have a partner, yes, I'm going to be more of a friend to my partner than my actual friend.
Friends, yeah.
You understand? I will
Yeah.
talk to my partner
Yeah.
every single day because this is my man. Yeah. But
Yeah.
you don't have to talk to them every day, but the same effort, because even in a relationship with a man or a woman, there's friendship there.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's true.
Before even the real partnership, there's friendship. So that's the same friendship you should display in your friendships with your girlfriends, with your male friends. Show that effort, yeah. Show that people that you love them. Show that you're there for them. Support them when they need your support. The people who don't show up for their friends in any way possible. Yeah, they just take and take and take. No, guys.
Give
no.
me.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
you
Speaking
should,
of those,
you should
that-
show that kind of
Yeah.
effort in our friendship.
All right. So I think
Speaking of
majorly for it to be to work, yeah, the ideal kind of friendship
Yeah.
should be more intentional. You should put in the work and all these things. But more often than not, we make these friendships very, very difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
We make them very difficult. They've actually turned out to be the most difficult, problematic friendships there is in the world.
It's crazy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like relationships, romantic relationships are going so very well. Childhood friendships are going so very well. But adulthood friendships are going the opposite direction. So we need to know
Why?
we need to know why.
Yeah.
Like, why have they become very,
Very, very
difficult?
difficult.
Why
Yeah?
are you making your friendship difficult?
Yeah.
Huh?
If you know what an
Why a
ideal
difficult
relationship
friend?
should look like, a friendship, because treat it like a relationship.
Cute. It is a
I am
relationship.
in a relationship
This
with
is
you
you're
guys.
relating with a person.
Yeah, like
you know?
relate. Anyway, sorry guys, I am going to be more strict.
And say, I will go with her point. I will
But-
climb onto her point.
Yes. So guys, we want you to join us to talk about why these friendships
Why are
have
these
become
friendships hard?
difficult.
You know?
What is the problem?
Mm.
Where have we gone wrong as friends? Anyway, I think one of the reasons is
Mhm.
the changing priorities.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Tell us.
We have changed priorities as we finish school. The Ugandan dream that she talks about normally is go
Yes.
to school, graduate,
I hate it so
um,
much.
find a job, find a family, get a house, all these things, yeah?
Yes.
But now when you finish school and graduate
Mm.
and get into the field,
Mhm.
things are quite different.
Mm.
You actually realize you're not following the dream anymore. Like, first of all, chasing the dream is hard.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, probably you've not found a job that's difficult,
Yes.
or you've not even found a partner.
Mm.
It's difficult. If you don't have a job, then finding a car, house, land, all these
Everything
things are very
becomes
difficult. So
difficult.
now our priorities tend to change.
Yeah.
You get it? Also, some people's dreams are quite different. After graduation, after school, things have changed. Yeah.
Mhm.
I am looking to, for example, my priority is going to be maybe pursuing further studies. Hers is going to be starting a family. Yours is going to be, so somehow, you know how we talked about shared values? So
Mhm.
now the values are going to somehow
They also shift.
diverge.
shift.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they shift a bit, because if she's talking about family, how she's going to raise a family, children, partner, and I'm thinking about school, LLM, all these things, and you're thinking about building, land, business, all these things, you know, we cannot be in the same space all the time.
That's true.
You get it? So
Yeah.
we are all busy chasing our priorities, our directions that we have chosen as old people, as adults, than chasing the friendship that we used to have or we should, you know. So the intentions have like kind of moved away from what they used to be
Yeah.
to our priorities now. So if it is her partner, it's her partner and how they're going to build their family, raise their children, and, you know, have a family. If it is school and career, I am thinking about next promotion. I am thinking about the next school I am going to, the next course I am going to, thinking about the next business you're starting, and all these things. So you see, the intention has actually now moved. We are putting the work elsewhere other than inside the friendship. So that has actually made it very hard for people to maintain these friendships. It's trained us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you see, speaking of those priorities also, that point of the different efforts we put into, say, a romantic relationship and a friendship. I think also this one is a bit touchy, but
Checking the table.
yeah,
Check it.
I think that we are just a whole lot of damaged people
Yeah.
who just foster more damage as we go.
Yeah.
And so what does that mean or look like? It means that we are you alone? When you've created a world in which you are so self-reliant, your friends become like bachetash. They become like, what are they called? These decorative things people be having on their tables, and they just become as if trophies in your life, and it becomes something that you can just say, oh yeah, my friend so and so went here, my friend so and so became here, but the connection is a bit shallow.
Yeah.
Is a bit shallow. Now remember that your emotional and mental and psychological needs have not changed,
Yeah.
regardless of the fact that you have become a hard guy. For you don't depend on people. Your needs remain the same. So what happens is that we take those needs and impose them on the romantic partner. We want this person to fulfill every single one, because we have now, because again, as friendships have declined through time, we have had to find solutions to who can we now go to meet these needs that friends can meet just as easily. If I need an emotional moment to connect with somebody, I need to talk to someone that understands what I'm going through. Then we have had a decline in the quality of that. And so now we turn to one person who we see as, hey, banange soulmate. This is the person for me. So they become therapist, friend, brother, sister. They become so they become everything. And so the effect of that is that the friendships that we have now maintained as trophies or just items we have on our table become something we take for granted. You're not as, because you feel like your friends are replaceable. Because in my head, I'm thinking, I have this person who can meet all of my emotional needs, all of my, So, Joy, you're not serving me anymore. Goodbye. Do you get? So the effort now fluctuates because, and that's why people find it very easy to, hi, hello, how are you? Tomorrow morning we shall meet. Tomorrow.
Your friend.
And then, my friends.
Your friends.
I have like 2 or 3 who are like that. Tomorrow morning we shall meet. And then tomorrow they keep quiet.
Inconsistent.
For a whole week. And then another week. And then they come the next month acting brand new. Like that didn't happen.
Like nothing does
Where
happen.
is that coming from? We take friends for granted. There's a lot of disrespect, because the stakes, we've decided to lower the stakes when it comes to friendships. So it's, the stakes have lowered so much, you find that there isn't much to lose if I lose a friend. So the efforts are very low. And so we've made it very, very hard.
Difficult.
It's become, even when I want to wake up and like call, I'm like, hi, Joy, I'm going through this. It's not as easy because you feel like on the list of priorities, you're like, here. And that is one of the things that has happened. So that is one of the ways that this has become difficult. So tell us.
Guys, you've told the viewers that name.
Okay, we shall edit it out.
But
not.
They won't. But why I think friendships have become more difficult as we grow, change in responsibilities. And also infrequent communication. They work hand in hand. Because you see, in high school, for example, I used to sleep next to all my friends. What do you mean? I'm gonna wake up, see Debbie, see Belinda, see
they're right there.
They're right there. We go to class same time, same thing.
Wait, was this in A level?
Yeah, this was A level.
So when did you make these friends? Maybe you were new in Form 5, suffering.
Come on now.
they adopted her again.
They adopted me.
The introvert.
They adopted her.
That's when I met Debbie and
Thank
Belinda.
you, guys.
Well done.
But that's when I met Belinda and Debbie, and we became friends, and then adulthood came. Different unis, I was in the same uni with Belinda, but Debbie was all the way in Moobs. So the responsibility of having to be, first of all, the distance. Secondly, remember there we're still getting pocket money from dad and mom. So you're also trying to not be a burden. I said to be just not a lot can be going on. You have school, now we graduate into work. No, actually, not even before work, LDC comes.
You're far away.
Don't
I'm
remind
in
me.
Barara. I'm in Barara, in Kampala. That was a whole other thing. We only had to do video calls and phone calls, which were also rare. Yes? Then after that, work. Come on now.
So you dropped further.
Work is a whole other thing now because
I tell you, work weekends sometimes.
bro, it's not my forte.
Hello,
But
Erin.
so the responsibilities keep shifting. The time keeps shifting. Like
There's
you
less
now have
time.
there's less time. There's less time because we'd be thinking life is short. No, there's all the time in the world. But because, like you said, priorities, responsibilities. There's just, you have to divide time now because now you're out of school. You have to divide time between seeing your siblings, seeing your cousins,
parents.
seeing your parents, seeing your friends, seeing your romantic partner, at a work events, a
Functions.
lot. Now, when that blends in with infrequent communication, dear,
Hey, cooked.
you're cooked. If you do not have the effort of knowing, no, Debbie is my friend. I at least have to see Debbie once but if it's once a month, it's better than nothing. Ninga mteresimu kaja, and you have a conversation with 2 hours. that's also okay.
Mm.
But you have to make that. You have to find that time. You have
Mm.
to. That's the effort I was talking about.
Mm.
If you're not communicating, your friend is going to feel unloved. Your friend is going to feel like, what did I do to this babe? Because them on their side,
Yeah.
they may also be trying. Because trust that we all have something going on.
Every time.
We all have
Mhm.
responsibilities. We all
Mhm.
have. A lot is always going on.
Mhm.
So if you do not communicate, yes, it's going to kill the friendship.
Oh,
Because friends do understand the responsibilities that come with life.
yeah.
I'm going to understand that my friend is now married. Hey, I'm not her. I'm not a priority.
You're not
but,
immediate
I'm
family,
not
please.
immediate family. Conquer
Yeah.
that doesn't take away the
Yeah,
The
friendship.
friendship, yeah, yeah.
So if you just have to find the balance.
Yeah.
You have to find the balance
Yeah,
for
yeah.
it to work.
But now, in our, speaking of, work, the responsibilities, another byproduct of that is that maintaining friendships has become expensive.
Yes.
When I say,
That's true.
Sonia, I want to see you this weekend,
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
immediately
yeah, yeah.
thinking that's a cup of coffee of 20K. That
Plate
is
of food, please.
fuel to
Yeah.
find her wherever she is.
likes
I
fine
need
dining. Yeah.
what is expensive.
Now we know you guys.
Fine dining.
Guys, I don't mind
No,
coming to Joy's
You
place to
see who is
chill.
talking. You remember she was giving us those lists of Izakaya, Izumi. Dear, I can't take you to Mama Tendo for lunch.
You can't.
No.
Evelyn.
Okay, yeah, she likes organic food. But my point is, it's become the logistics of friendship
Yeah.
are very expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's almost like it's not allowed to say, Sonia, come to my place.
And we
Because then
chill.
I'm a shady friend. Why am I not taking you for coffee?
Oh, yeah.
Do you understand?
Well,
So
we-
Also, how do you
Why aren't we
expect her to
dressing
drive from
up?
work to your house? Like,
exactly.
yeah.
Like, so you want people to burn fuel to come
Yeah, to your
and,
house
and do
sit,
what?
And then you give them just
And
juice.
bond with your,
And
you know me
water.
and my dinosaur lamps that I put under the TV. And then you bond with my objects, my
Yeah.
collectibles. It's really, it's become very expensive.
Yeah.
And I think that that lack of flexibility, people are very, they want to prove a point every time.
They want to
you
be
know,
like others.
every time I hang out with this babe, we go to the beach, we go to Serena, we go to, we go and have sushi.
It's a competition. Social
Michael, let me tell you, I have a friend that likes
Seafood.
sushi,
Mm.
but okay, not like that as if every time. But anyway, I mentioned it because sushi is a whole other conversation we've had.
So
with
speaking
Michael.
of that, you see,
I just-
there is
yeah.
expectation and reality.
Thank you.
Mhm.
You see? So that is also a very big problem because you did not expect, like she said, checking in, calling Debbie for 2 hours and all these things. That's not sustainable, is it?
It's not.
You're going to have work you've carried home. You're going to have a client you have to follow up with. You're going to have to sleep, wake up. You have a master's that you're studying online. You have a lot that is going on. You get it. You have to actually check in on your parents.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So you won't be able to schedule a call with, for example, your Belinda friend that traveled. You
A
won't schedule
2-hour
calls a
call.
2 hour every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
So it's not real. It's not realistic that you're going to check on them all the time.
Yes.
And that's the reality. Yeah. However, some friends expect that I've been going through this for a week. Sonia hasn't called me. Evelyn hasn't called me. Do I even have friends? I think I should. So I start to withdraw. You get it? Yet they're also going through stuff that is actually very, very difficult. So certain times we have to understand what we
Communication
expect.
gap.
Yes, what we should expect from our friends and what is realistic. Because I don't expect you to call me every day. I don't expect you to come to my house every weekend. I don't expect you to ask for how after my parents every time. You get it? So, but what is realistic is you will check in. You see, you came here today, we talked. I know what is going on with all your
Yes.
families right now.
Yeah.
What is realistic is I'm going to check in next week or when another episode comes out and you guys, we are here to shoot or something.
But we've made
and
the
I am-
friendship a business. Dear. But
You know, we are building it. Are you learning?
Yeah, I'm
You need to
trying.
seek for help and not to be alone.
I'm no longer alone.
Okay, yeah. So again, guys, you should learn to differentiate what is real and what is actually just an expectation, what is unsustainable. Now, your
Yeah.
friend does not know how to draw that distinction in between of like, hi, Evelyn, how are you? I'm going to see you on Wednesday lunchtime. Free it up.
Why are you lying?
And then you're just lying. Now, that's
Okay.
different. So already that expectation versus reality whole thing is making it difficult for us to maintain these adulthood
Yes.
friendships, but also the friends that are not realistic.
Yeah.
Where are you inconsistent?
Bro, you want me to
You know,
be your
the
entire
inco-
life?
Yeah, you cannot just be lying to me uncalled for.
But
So-
I do think that one of the things that makes it difficult from even like personal perspectives,
Yeah.
like when you sit and you think this was so difficult.
Yeah.
I think also that the other challenge is that we are not great friends sometimes,
Yes.
but we expect great friendships.
Yes.
You absolutely have to
Yeah.
work on your friendships with people.
Yeah.
You know, and now let's say I'll give the example that you were just giving us of
Yeah.
what expectations you might have of your friends, how
Yes.
you expect them to show up for you. I think a key problem that we ignore is that we are now at a point where I'm not going to mind read your needs. You need to
Exactly.
make
Come on.
them
It's
known.
easy.
Tell me, Oti Evelyn, this week things are not kawa. Yeah? Can we talk on Wednesday? You'll make your expectations known. Communicate what you think, what you need from your friends. I think it's much easier because now remember, like we said, we are scattered.
Yeah.
You wake up, you're going to Entebbe Road. I wake up, I am going to Bugolobi. So I will not be in position to tell that, oh, today Sonia's day has been rough, or Joy might have needed to chat a bit about her day. So it's on you to come and be like, hey dear,
Yeah.
things are tight, first sit there, I tell you. But also, if I'm not being a good friend, I don't think I have I don't want to say have a right. I think another thing that we ignore is what role we play in making these friendships difficult. Because sometimes we are not great friends. We are not wonderful friends. We expect great friendships while not being good friends. And that is just not realistic.
Yeah.
You reap what you sow. I used to hate that saying, but it is true.
It's very true.
Yeah, exactly. It is very true. You reap what you sow. So when you're not a reliable friend, if you're not respectful of your friend's time, your friend's feelings, you're making promises that you don't intend to keep, unprompted. Or till tomorrow, I will look for you. I didn't ask you. Or tomorrow I'm coming, and then
That
you
phone call I
disappear.
received yesterday.
When she received the call yesterday, she was so triggered.
And then I took it down on
Why are
her.
you lying?
Why are you lying? I even told the person on phone. I'm like, why are you lying?
Yeah, like unprompted, you're making promises about nurturing this friendship, and you don't show up.
Yeah.
And then the next time you show up, you're acting brand new, as if
Nothing
nothing
happened.
happened. So I think we also need to recognize, and then actually they turn around and they're the victims. You babe, we used to be close, but now you're lost.
No, mindset.
You absolutely ignore that role you've played,
Yeah.
making this friendship hard to
So
maintain.
basically, I think we
so
are
it's really
contributing to the
so I
bad
think we need to
friendship, to the
explore
bad
it.
adulthood friendship, the unhealthy friendship. So we want to paint a picture of what that exactly looks like the unhealthy adulthood friendships. What do they exactly look like? Yes, we know we have contributed, but what is that we are contributing? What exactly is it we are doing that is making these friendships hard?
Difficult.
Exactly the paint a picture. Let's see, what does it look like? I think to me it looks like negativity, like
emotional drain
and negativity. Like you are draining your friend. Like, I'm going to come and tell you, oh Sonia, this has been going on, or Evelyn, this has been going on. I am taking it down on you, all of you. And then now you, the friend who is supposed to, for example, listen and give a
Be
solution,
supportive.
you actually throwing me below where I am. You're telling me,
That's
oh,
us. You think
you're
you're sick?
better. You're better. You think you're sick?
You think you're sick?
Yeah, not
Let me tell you.
what has happened. They've diagnosed me with it. They've what? Meanwhile, I think I even my job, even what they've like.
So A,
please,
you make it about yourself.
you make it about yourself. So
And B, you just make it worse. For this person.
you're making it very difficult for the other person. You're draining them more emotionally.
Well,
You're
it's
telling
getting
you,
very
for example, your friend is
emotional.
going through a breakup, and you're telling them, that's how men are. Even the next relationship, don't be surprised if they disappoint you. Jesus Christ.
Why you
Why are you very negative? So that is
Yeah.
also, like, I'm not going to come back to you first of all. If you're draining me emotionally, I am not coming back to you.
Yeah.
And not like I'm going to lose you as a friend, but I'm going to avoid you.
Something shifts.
Yeah.
I can't rely on
I am
you.
going to withdraw a bit.
on that
I am going to
angle,
be by myself because
You'll
if I
be
go-
on your
I'll
own.
come back to my problem with even more problems than I left
Yes.
with. So I think that is actually one of the things that
That's
makes
what an unhealthy friendship
looks like. But there is
Yeah.
so many. So
But
what do you
also-
think, Sonia?
Yeah.
I would think an unhealthy
it looks like dishonesty.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Dishonesty and just jealousy.
Oh, yeah.
Dishonesty coupled with jealousy coupled with
That
some more
funny
that
competition of.
because honestly speaking, if Evelyn does something and you're my friend, me, I don't fear confrontation.
I know
Bambi
you.
Sonia.
I do not fear
This baby
confrontation.
is Sarah.
I will come and I tell you, Evelyn,
Mm.
you did this and this and
Yeah,
this. It
yeah,
was
yeah.
not
Good.
kawa.
Yeah.
Even if it was something, let's say we're at a restaurant and you're rude to a waiter, I'll say,
Yes.
bro,
That was
why
just
are
uncomfortable.
you
Why you like
being?
this?
Yeah, why are
Yeah.
you like this? It's very uncalled for. Now, if you take it as an attack, what does that say about you?
Unhealthy
Actually,
friendship.
emotionally immature.
What does that say
Tuja.
about you? You know, it comes now to jealousy
Yeah.
because Sonia has gotten a car. Sonia is no longer my friend because now she's not in the same
She's
class.
not in my league.
She's not in my league.
Does not consider
She
me
does
anymore.
You
not
take it
consider
upon
me.
yourself.
Class inside your head,
To-
bro.
Yeah.
You take it upon yourself. On top of that, you create this facade that's not even true. You understand? Because Sonia is doing this, oh, she's not my friend. Because Evelyn is this and this.
I think she
oh,
chose other people.
Oh, she chose other people. Or because, bro, me, I've been in those situations quite a number of times
Yeah.
where I'm mature enough to recognize that.
But quite a number of times. Now you've
Yes,
suffered.
I've suffered with friendships. So
Uh-huh.
it's very uncalled for. It's very unnecessary. If
Yeah.
someone is your friend, the same way you would like to see your sibling grow in
Yeah.
whatever
Yeah.
they're doing, why are you being jealous of your friend?
Mind you, you chose them.
You chose them because with friendships, you choose this person.
Yeah.
You choose this person and say, Evelyn is
Sometimes people are joking.
What do you
Sometimes
mean?
people are joking by
Like
choosing
how?
you.
Eh,
Like
dear.
they're bored.
I don't trigger me.
I'm too serious to joke with me.
Your friends were bored.
Which the other one?
They were not.
They were very bored.
Not really.
Your friends were very bored.
Those ones were jealous. Those friends that don't want you to have other friends.
Emotional
You're the
drain.
You're the only one supporting. But no, how can you
You
have?
have other friends.
What do you mean? How can I have other friends? I say you want me
Sonia
to be
Maya, why did you have other friends?
Why do you have
Why
other
did you have
friends?
other friends apart from
Why
us?
don't I
Are we
see
not
you in
enough?
Why
Kampala?
don't you see us in Kampala? Why don't you introduce us to your other group circle? Why?
Honestly
And your was a
speaking,
very, very, very bad.
if honestly the unhealthy friendships are quite clear. You can see it. You can know it. Yes, don't be blind to it, guys.
Give people context where I'm coming from by asking.
Iwe.
context.
Wait.
We had these friends.
Yeah.
They may be watching.
Eh.
But these friends,
I'm
We
so
don't
stressed.
look to attack anyone. But
we're
yes.
not attacking.
Yeah.
But we had these friends that were, let's call it jealousy or immaturity. Yes. Just because I have Debbie as my friend doesn't mean that I'm not your friend.
Yeah.
Or just because Evelyn has never met Debbie doesn't mean I'm trying to hide you as my friend. What do you mean? Yeah. Because those that's another thing people don't recognize. You can't mix all your friends together.
Yes, because people meet different needs in
Yeah,
life.
That's true.
Leave
We'll
alone
get into
even
that
different
actually.
needs.
Yeah.
There is no way I'm going to wake up one day and say, hey, Debbie, come. And then Evelyn also come and we meet together. Come on now. Yeah. Those are two different friendships. Those are two different people.
Yeah.
Like it's not a crime. You understand? It's not
Yeah.
a crime. So for you to find it a crime
Hey.
and rain down on me and say, Nga, Sonia is not my friend because she has other friends.
But I think it's not as simple as I don't want you to have other friends. You don't want me to meet your friends. I think there's also a fault in our upbringing as
Yeah.
people, our conditioning, how, what examples we've had of friendship, what we have grown around, what we've grown up around
Yeah.
will determine who we eventually end up as,
Yeah.
So you have people who struggle with, say, abandonment issues. That is going to be a difficult friend.
Yes.
Because, hey, you're leaving my house to go and meet up with your other friend. As who? What do
You're
you,
telling
so
me that
I'm
we are
not
meeting
enough?
for 30 minutes and then the other 2 hours are for
Hey,
your
you're
friend.
no, in fact, you're going to spend the night at Joy's friend, at
Yes.
Joy's place.
Yes.
Am I not enough for you? You know? So we have people that are struggling with psychological issues.
We need to do better.
Attachment problems. Again, it's not
We
as
need to
simple
do
as
better.
that.
It's not
as
easy,
simple
yeah.
as that. People have complex problems when it comes to their personalities, their bringing. And so it translates into what?
Into other
Bad
relationships.
friends. Yeah. And that's where you find a person kind of wants to own you, how can you have other friends? They want all of your time.
Mm.
They want you to read their mind. They have not been taught to express their
Yes.
expectations, their feelings, their needs. But you better read my mind. I know it's a random Wednesday and I've not seen you since last Monday, but can you dream that I am having a bad day and call me? And so if you don't, that is a problem. But now that speaks to a deeper
A
problem.
deeper problem.
And so I think that you also, when as an adult, you have a responsibility to fix what's broken because you need to thrive as an individual to give to other people. Yeah, you can't pour out of an empty cup. You know that
That's
saying.
true.
Yeah. You have a responsibility at a certain point in your life when you've become responsible for yourself, for your relationships, fix what is broken.
And
Yeah.
no, you have to first recognize
know?
it, because those friends of ours refuse to
Exactly.
recognize
You need
it.
to recognize
They
it.
refuse because
Yeah.
I can't tell you what the problem is, Evelyn, and then you're like, no, that's not it. You first of all, you deny what you've done. You deny who you are. Yet I can't see the problem. Joyce sees the problem. Evelyn sees the problem, and you still think it's in our heads. Come on,
And I think
that's unrealistic.
yeah, of course, you need to but also being able to recognize it means that you should be ready to be told the truth.
Oh, yeah.
Because sometimes
Oh,
people
yeah.
are not as perceptive as we imagine
Yeah.
they are. They'll not, it will not just occur to them that they are toxic people. But I think what you can do is keep an open mind. When I come and I'm like, dear, yesterday you embarrassed me in public. That comment was weird.
Yeah.
Do not immediately become those people that
Defensive
and
yes.
all.
But I think another brand of unhealthy friendships is
Yes.
how rigid
Yes.
people have become.
That's true.
You have the internet telling you your friend will go over and above for you. Your friend will become, I don't believe in the best friend model as it is presented in the movies and the internet, because it's very problematic. It means that I have chosen you now, Joy. I'll tell you all of my problems every single day. How much capacity do you have to absorb that
To absorb
negativity?
all that.
Do you understand? Now, the emotional drain you were talking about.
Yeah.
You also need to know that I don't have, as an individual, I don't have the capacity to absorb all of your problems and all of your, you want to pour and pour and pour on this person. And I think that's where now the unhealthy dynamic comes in. Because most times it's not reciprocated.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because now you probably perceive me as, Evelyn is strong, so I can tell her all my problems. And
She
me, I'm
listens to
seeing you
me.
as the person
She
that always
listens
has
to me.
problems, so I can't even tell you mine. So how much baggage can one person take?
Not so much.
It's
so
not, it's we have limited capacity. as
Yeah.
human
Yes.
beings. So you should be able to know that my
won't
different
carry.
friends will meet my different needs. I
Yeah.
can't just have this one best friend that absorbs
I'm-
everything.
Yeah, yeah.
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 So that's another brand of unhealthy friendship.
Yeah. So I think one more trait of unhealthy adulthood friendships is one-sided effort. Effort is everything. So if it is one-sided, now it actually becomes problematic because it cannot be about you and you and you and you again and again. Yeah. It is, oh, they didn't check up on me. Oh, they didn't post me on my birthday. Oh, they didn't take me out. Oh, she didn't come to see my parents. They were sick. Oh, she didn't come to my function. Oh, like it's about you. What if she was sick? What if she was going through
Like
something?
you don't bother to.
Yeah, like don't make the show about yourself.
Yeah.
So put in the effort, check on your friends. Do not make it one-sided. It becomes so problematic. It becomes very hard. It becomes very unhealthy. Even your friends do not understand you if everything is just about you. Or you guys just
You
go
know
to
those
Evelyn's
people
house.
of-
You never come to mine. They don't come to
Yeah.
Grace's. They don't come to, another person's
Yeah.
place. So it cannot be about you. Don't make it one-sided. Yes, it can be about you sometimes. Maybe you need the
Yeah.
help. Maybe you need to talk to someone. But also be there too. To check up on them, to what you want. So be the person you want to be.
Times.
Having all this said, yeah, how can we make it easy?
Mm.
What can we do to make these friendships easy? Like how can we
Yeah.
make them easier? How can we be the friends that
Better
we
friends.
the friends that we want to have, So what, tell me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sonia, you tell us.
I believe that we should communicate more openly.
Yeah.
And be receptive of that communication. Yes.
Mm.
Because if I come to you about something you've done that either has hurt me, whatever it could be, yes,
if you take it as an attack, we're not going to move forward, dear. There's no moving forward there. The friendship will die because Sonia was too honest.
Yeah.
And yet, that should be able to be building the friendship and not killing it.
Yeah.
Because at least you'll know Sonia was honest about this. I don't have to act like this in another friendship. You learn from it, yeah? You learn from it. You learn to be a better friend because of it, generally. But also put in more effort, guys. Yeah, the same effort you put in your romantic relationship.
Please put here.
People go above and beyond in romantic relationships.
Yeah.
And then they are just so low effort in
Friendship.
Zero effort.
And yet,
You know?
these friends are the ones who have held you
Through and through.
Through so many things, honestly speaking.
Yeah.
So the same effort you show in the relationship with your siblings, in the relationship with your romantic partner, is the same effort you should show in a friendship. And it's even worse if a friend you're so sure has been there for you and you're treating them quite some sort of way. You understand? So recognize where you're going wrong. Be a better friend. Apologize. Apologize.
Apologies go a long way.
They go a long way. Apologize. Show them that you're sorry. You understand. Show, or even just communicate more openly. If they come at you and say, "Hey, you didn't do this," you can easily say, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Yes, I didn't do that, but this was going on." You and then the person will be able to also understand.
Yeah.
You give them room to understand you, room to also for them to also be better friends. You get
Yeah. Speaking of that, of, show up, be intentional, put in effort. Like I said, fix whatever is broken.
Yeah.
Because I think we have significant challenges as individuals that are hindering, the possibility of being good friends, being reliable friends. Why? I think it's important to also ask these very important questions of why am I the kind of friend that is not, why am I unreliable as a person in general?
Be reliable.
You don't show up. You make promises you don't intend to keep. Unprompted. You become, you're not a person that anyone can wake up and call in the middle of the night for help. Why are you unreliable? Where is it coming from? And how can you fix that? And I think that's the easiest way to do it. Because once the individual is kawa, then they can become better friends. Yeah. In terms of the efforts that we put in, I think another element is think bigger than just yourself. Step out of your mind once in a while. I understand that you would prefer to have your birthday party at Sheraton, but dear, as your guest,
please understand.
I don't have 95K for a plate of beef.
Manage it.
Now for people who have like close birthdays that are at very
and
funny times of the month, as if like 23rd,
14th.
I am very far from the start of the month. I am not close to the end of the month, so money is tight around, let's say, 23rd. Oti, if it's not Sheraton, you're fake friends. Hey, are you seeing? We've made it impossible for people, because also showing up looks different. It can be physical, it can be financial, it can be emotional, it can be mental. You understand? So now you're demanding for a physical appearance, but also
financial
on top of my plate of beef that is 95K, dear, on 23rd of March, you want me to also what? put the bill of your plate of 150K. An outfit, the shoes, the
everything.
Do you understand? And you're still insisting it must be Sheraton. Yeah. Do you understand? So we need to be a bit
Sheraton
more.
has no problem, but
we're
talking about in that.
No, the context.
Yeah.
You understand? So you need to exist outside of yourself once in a while, to put it mildly. Yeah. It can't always be. I mean, it's unfortunate because realistically, every individual is the center of their world. And that is just what it is. Yeah. So you have to practice how to not be self-absorbed. You know?
Yes. So I think one other thing is communicate better. Communicate better, extend grace. I'm all for grace, guys. I am all for grace.
Grace is so important.
Yeah, I am all for grace.
Hi,
and
Grace.
understanding.
Hi, Grace, indeed.
I am for understanding. Like I understand that sometimes I'll have a problem that Evelyn won't handle, Sonia won't handle. So I'll probably go to my partner, and or maybe I'll first ask Evelyn. I woke up, I'm not feeling so well. I need to speak. She'll probably not be in the same in a headspace
for that.
So you could clearly communicate and say, Joy, see, I'm also not, and right now I'm not in the headspace to communicate. So be as if waiting
Chilling
for.
me.
As if
Or
relaxing.
maybe talk to Sonia, she'll take this in, or
Yeah.
she'll give you a solution, you know. So extend grace because
Mhm.
because Sonia, Evelyn has said she's not in the headspace to accommodate what I am going to
Mhm.
tell her, does not mean she's not a good friend.
Yes, true.
So you should extend that grace to your friends and know that sometimes they're not reaching out or they are not putting in the effort because something is
Because
not
something
right.
is not okay.
Yeah, because they're also, but there's so much going on as adults, you guys.
eh,
So
eh,
much
eh.
is going on.
But I'm nagged.
Yeah.
Like
so
you
have to know
I don't
that,
want to be a
you
child
know,
again,
Mm.
but I'm also over it.
So
Being
you,
an
also don't,
adult.
you need also to acknowledge as friends that I'm not going to take, for example, someone's family problems right now because I'm not in that headspace. So are you able to communicate and say, Sonia, I think I can't take relationship problems at this time. I am not in that headspace. So I am sorry, maybe I could book a therapy session for you or something.
With
you know?
which money?
I don't know. But
Why this
yeah.
therapy so expensive, bro?
So yeah, I'm just trying to say, please understand, extend grace, and communicate better.
Yeah.
So that will be very, very, very important. It will make it easier for your friends and for yourself.
Yeah.
That's
So yeah,
true.
yeah. Is there anything else? Or
No,
you tell us, please.
Mm.
Tell us what you can do or what you have done in the past that makes it easy to be a friend in this adulthood
Yeah.
life. Or to
But
even generally be a
also,
friend, you know.
You tell us for real. Why are you a bad friend?
Be
You
honest.
know? Be honest. How have you been a bad
And you
friend?
guys, we are all going to change together. We are healing together. We are
we are
being
no
better
longer on
friends
our own.
together.
We are.
So
We are
generally,
better
also
people.
talking about friendship and being on your own and all these things, what does a friendship look like?
Those
Like,
nice things.
Like, how is it valuable?
Hey.
You know, how is it
She talks
valuable?
about
Like,
how much
how
love.
important is it? Yes, how
You
important
know?
is it to have friends? How important is it to have a community, a group of people that got you? Like, I know I won't wake up and cry myself from morning to evening to bed and the circle
Yeah.
goes on. Yet I have Sonia, yet I have Evelyn, you know, I'm going to call them and say, look, I have this problem.
I'm not
Can you
kawa.
please drive here and let's talk? Yeah. So
Nope. I'm busy.
cut you off. Cut you off. But okay, yeah. Please
Yeah.
tell us, like, I don't know, paint a picture. What's the
Um,
value of friendship? Generally.
First of all, there's a lot of value in a friendship. And I think for me, it's quality over quantity.
Good.
Guys, I have 5
Beautiful.
friends.
Eh?
Kamba gambire. I think most of my friends know. I'm always saying it, and I think I used to say it. At first, it used to hurt me because I used to have quite a number of friends. And then cutting off happened. And then
Bambi.
I've gone through it with friendships.
Okay,
And
sorry to interrupt, but you
Yeah.
remember they used to choke people?
Chop.
Mary Hill.
In all like
Like a
classes.
big chop, like we have 5 streams and we want to make them 4 streams, and it's like a big chop.
Yeah.
Like big chop,
It was
and they're
a
cutting off a
big
whole
chop.
strip.
Yeah.
So we actually recently had a big chop.
Where? Was Sarah.
A big
But-
chop.
But yes, quality over quantity.
Yeah.
I used to find it problematic for me to have 5 friends. And 5 per se, conquer people I know I will hit up.
The
and-
people that, yeah.
Because, guys, having friends where I know, like, I can say for sure, Joy is my friend.
Yeah.
Evelyn is my friend.
Yeah.
Grace is my friend. Debbie is my friend. I think what valuable friendships are quality over quantity. Yes. Because I used to find a very huge problem with having few friends. A very huge
Yeah.
problem. You know, I would feel like, who will be there for me? Who will come for my functions?
shall.
Who will? Until I
Tuja.
realize
Mm-hmm.
it's kawa.
Yeah.
It's
It is
kawa.
kawa.
Less
Yeah.
drama, less money to spend because few
Friendships
friends-
are expensive. Like
Let
we
me tell
said,
you something.
we want coffee every meetup. Vanag.
But quality over quantity, knowing that these people are there for me anytime, I can rely on them, they can support me, they can come through for me. It's better than having 20 million friends and zero value added. You understand? Because I know all my friends are valuable. You guys are amazing. And I take friendship seriously, guys.
Oh yeah.
I don't take friendship lightly. For me to
Yeah.
call you my and if you're not my friend, dear, you will know.
This baby street.
You will know you're an acquaintance. No, me, I don't choose the word friend
No, but I think that's
lightly.
very, very important.
Important.
That
People just
distinction.
call
Yeah.
anyone their
Exactly.
friend.
Yeah.
You meet someone
Yeah.
today, you meet them again tomorrow. At
So I have a
court.
friend I met
Actually,
yesterday.
Friend of mine.
At meet my friend, Ngaha, you will be.
Yeah.
An
You're an
acquaintance.
acquaintance.
Friendships hold a lot of value, and I don't just throw the word friend anyhow. Just because I meet Malone today, he's not going to become my friend for. No, come on now. You know? So
Yeah.
don't just throw the word friendship, or like know that it's okay to call someone your acquaintance.
But do you give people chances to become friends?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
Yeah.
If you're not
I'm
just a
speaking
four
for Malone.
person. Yeah, I give a chance to I give a chance to people to be friends,
Okay,
yeah?
okay.
But it doesn't come easy, just like trust doesn't come easy.
Oh, yeah.
Because building a friendship is it takes some time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you need to also know the difference between a friend and an acquaintance.
yeah.
Yes, someone you can rely on, someone you understand me. Yes.
And also, it's okay. It's okay to know that not everybody can be your friend.
Yeah.
You know, we fear to offend people by
Yeah.
putting them in categories. You know, hey, you know, here is Joy. I met Joy this morning at a workshop. Hey, my friend, my very good friend Joy. We don't know how to just. By the
Just
way,
because you went
nobody's
to
going to
school
beat you
together.
for saying this
Oh,
is
yeah.
Joy. I don't even have to
Yeah.
fight.
You don't have
Because
to
you
put
have
the-
an understanding that this is a friend, this is an acquaintance. So it's a very good thing to have that distinction.
Yeah.
Because in enjoying the value of friendship, the love that is in friendships, it is very important
Yeah.
to recognize how valuable these
Yes.
things are.
All right. As much as you want to be good friends, you're trying to make it easier, you're trying to avoid the bad, unhealthy relationship, friendships, and all these things, you need to recognize that when certain friendships have refused, please let go. Letting go doesn't mean fighting and falling out badly and breaking up and all these things. You can just let go. You can just outgrow a friendship. So it is very important to know when to let go. So, all right, guys, that's it for today. Please subscribe, like, share the video, and see you next time. See you in our next episode.
Be better friends.
Yeah, bye.